what you gotta say, but don't play. Say what you gotta say, but don't play. Say what you gotta say, but don't play.
What is up, you guys? It's your special favorite godmother, and I am back. Okay, except I'm not back with another read. I am back with another list to talk about it because I feel like I need to talk about it. Okay, I do. So I only got a half a blunt to smoke with y'all because my damn wrap done hella broken half. So I really only got half the blunt to smoke with y'all, but I figured the topic not really that long, so we could just go ahead and tap in. So go ahead and grab y'all blunts, y'all bongs, tea, coffee, snacks, popcorn, whatever you got, because we're finna go ahead and talk about it. Today's topic will be something that I saw on Facebook. It was, I can't say it word for word, but basically along the lines of be okay with your friends not always hitting you up, not always having time for you because they got shit going on in their life. And if people dealing with shit, sometimes people just need space. Pretty much, to sum it up in a nutshell. And I really am on the fence about this topic, so I figured who else better to talk to than y'all, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my blanket. I don't know if y'all like being cozy, but I like being cozy. So I'm finna get comfortable. I was gonna do this in my bedroom, but my sheets are in the dryer, and I wasn't gonna do it with no sheets in the bedroom. Like, I want it to be nice, comfortable in my clean environment, but they didn't get dry in time, so I guess I'll have that to myself. But we still gonna work tonight. We still gonna go ahead and get it done. We still gonna go ahead and talk about it. So cheers, my little half blunt. So I wish I had like the whole post to read to y'all and to kind of like tell y'all more about what it said, I guess, because they probably worded it in a way where more people can sympathize or understand it. So for me, I'm speaking from the perspective of the person who has gone ghost on people, and from the friend who has been ghosted. So on one end, I feel like I do that. Like, sometimes I don't always respond when people need me to respond. I don't always want to hang out. I don't always want to go places. I feel like I'm always going through some shit, to be honest. So a part of me, it's kind of like, if I shut people out every single time I'm going through shit, do I really trust those people to be around me or to be in my energy? Because let's talk about it. When you going through shit, you don't just stop talking to your man. You don't just completely shut that nigga out. Like, y'all probably live together, or even if y'all don't shit, I bet y'all still talk every day. Or if you going through some shit, I bet you calling him to talk about it. You know, type shit. Or shit, your best friend, I bet you call that bitch to talk about it. Or your kids, like, you can't shut them out. Like, they're part of your everyday life. For some people, your parents, I feel like shit, your job sometimes, like, people with 9 to 5s, like, you can't just not go to work because you going through shit. You can quit, but like, that's not the norm. So is it okay for people to just go ghost on you when they're going through some shit? A part of me want to say no. Like, hella a part of me want to say no, just because I've always been that person. Like, I will completely not reach out no more. I will completely not text you back. Sometimes even go so far as to just block you, just so that I don't get your calls, so that I don't see your messages, so that I don't have the urge to talk to you or feel bad about not feeling like talking to you. But when I sit up and think, it's like all the people who I ignore when I'm going through shit is people who I feel like can't take what I'm going through, or don't want to listen to what I'm going through. I don't want to affect them by what I'm going through type shit. And it's like, for those kind of people, maybe we just not close enough for you to be near me when I'm going through some shit. But if I really valued our friendship or what the fuck we got going on, even if you my family member, I'ma wanna talk to you, I'ma wanna vent to you, or I'ma wanna let you know what's going on with me. Even if it's just a conversation like, hey, I'm going through shit I may not have the energy to give you right now. You always want to go out. I'm having money problems, I can't really go out, but I want to communicate that to you, that if I'm distant, it's not because I don't want to kick it, it's because shit, I'm kind of going through shit. That's what I feel like. I feel like either communicate to me that you want to go ghost, or let me be around. Like, if I don't know how to be there for you when you're going through shit, teach me. Like, teach me. Don't just give up on me, or don't just assume that I can't be there for you. Like, I feel like that's what I do. Like, I just assume that people don't want to hear about all the shit. Like, when I first had my miscarriage, like my first one was Zion, before I even had the other ones, before I even knew that miscarriages happen to people my age and like young, like, I don't know. When that shit first happened, I felt like I couldn't be around nobody but Jonathan, not even my mama. Like, because I felt like my mama didn't understand. I felt like nobody wanted to sit up and be around somebody that was sad all the time. And when that shit happened, bitch, I was sad all the time. Like, when I say all the time, I didn't have anything to give my friendships, so I didn't want to be around them. Because in my mind, I felt I had to be giving them something in order to be their friend. But in my heart, if I felt like they was true friends, I shouldn't have had to feel that way. I should have been able to feel like, bitch, I don't got shit to give you, but because you love me, you want to be around me anyway. Like, bitch, you still want to come over and kick it at my house, even if my house dirty, even if I'm depressed as a bitch and I ain't got up and washed my ass. You don't give a fuck how my breath smell, bitch. You still gonna come over and sit on my couch. But maybe that's just me though. That's why I'm here talking to y'all, because we need to talk about it. Like, how y'all feel? How do y'all feel about that shit? Because like I said, I'm on the fence. A part of me, I'm that person. I'm still that person. I still go some motherfuckers. But deep down inside, like, I don't never go ghost on people who want to be around. Like, mama, she not gonna let me go ghost on her. She gonna keep calling me. She gonna make sure I'm okay. If I'm depressed, sad, and don't want to be around her, she not gonna give a fuck. She gonna pull up. Like, girl, open this fucking door. I don't know what the fuck you got going on and who the fuck you don't think it's okay to be around. But girl, I don't care about that shit. I don't care about how this house look, what you got going on, what the hell you sad about. I'm gonna be here. And I've never, and I'm 27. I'm 27, y'all. Like, I don't feel like I've ever experienced a friendship like that. And I've had friends, like, I've had good friends, like best friends. Like, I've had friends, but in my heart and in my mind, I've never felt close enough with the friend to even really tell them about my nigga problems. Didn't nobody know what me and Jonathan was going through until I made that video. My closest friends didn't know what the fuck was going on in my relationship. Why? Because I don't feel close enough with motherfuckers to tell them shit like that. Your relationship itself is sacred, but shit, even shit about my mama or shit about my mental health, I only told Jonathan that shit. I didn't feel comfortable telling friends that, even friends that I had been with for 10 plus years. Like, been cool with bitches for 10 plus years, and I still don't feel comfortable to tell you shit. Because I see how you move. I done heard you talk about other motherfuckers' business, or for whatever reason, you don't make me feel vulnerable. You don't make me feel, and that's another topic, because are other people responsible for our emotions? Because that's the thing. I feel responsible for other people's emotions sometimes. I feel bad if I hurt somebody's feelings. I feel bad if I yell at Kamaya, or if she got in trouble for something and then I later find out that she didn't do it, or that it was a mistake or an accident, or like if I'm honking at somebody, or I'm like having road rage, instantly I'm like, damn, like I don't know what the fuck they got going on today, my bad God. I feel responsible for how I treat other people. So it's like, am I just supposed to give my trust to friends and shit and just tell them all my business, and be open? Or are they supposed to make me feel vulnerable enough to be able to do that? Because people do it to me. Like, people like tell me their business all the time, but that's not what makes me feel vulnerable. You telling me your business because you probably, I don't know who are. Sometimes I'd be like, why are you telling me this? Like, why are you telling me this? Like, we not that close. Like, we not, and it seemed like personal as business. So like, why do you feel, if you feel that comfortable telling me this and I don't feel that comfortable telling you my business? But then that's also me, because I don't be realizing that just because I don't see somebody close enough or as valuable, they might see me a little differently. So a lot of times I feel like people may consider me their friend, especially because I'm so optimistic when it comes to dating and friendships. Like, I don't care how many wrong people I date, how many bad friends I get, I'm gonna keep trying. So whenever I'm like finding a new friend or like hanging out with a new friend, I feel like they may think shit is all good, but in my head, I feel like sometimes just seeing how people move, I try to give people a chance, but it mainly be like, nah, bitch, you're not a good friend. So I haven't experienced the kind of relationship where it's just like, bitch, I can get through anything in life. Like, I already know that for a fact, but can you get through anything with me? Like, are you gonna ride with me? Are you gonna be here? Can you deal with all the shit that I'm fucking going through? Like, can you withstand the test of time? Because a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't. And I feel like a lot of people haven't. For me, so now at 27, I have boundaries. And I think that communication is just one of those boundaries that I've set for myself in relationships with my mom, my dad, and just any interpersonal or close relationship that I have. I feel like I kind of let it be known, like, I need communication. Like, I told somebody recently, like, I need validation. I've always dealt with mental health. I've always dealt with trauma in my mind that I couldn't tell nobody. So a lot of times I suffer with knowing if what I'm feeling in my mind is what's the reality, is what's actually happening. So in certain personal relationships in my life, I need validation. That's a part of how you're responsible for loving me, especially if I'm telling you that, because I have to be very vulnerable to tell somebody, hey, I need validation. Like, that's a lot. So for me and my friendships, because I've been that person who just ignored a motherfucker when Jonathan passed, it was so many people that I just talked to just out of, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want them to feel like I don't want to talk to them. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, now, it just kind of make me more aware that, like, I'm not obligated to speak to anyone that I don't want to speak to. I'm not obligated to hold on to certain friendships. I'm not, in my mind, there's a best friend. There's a soulmate in the form of a friendship out there for me. And I know there's a woman who's not gonna not communicate with me when she's going through shit. If she's going through shit with her nigga, I'm gonna know that shit. I'm gonna be the first person she call. And she's gonna be the first person I call. I feel like it's possible. And just because I haven't had friends in the past, or I've been the friend to just ghost people or ignore people or kind of even shut people out or cut people off, I don't feel like it's necessarily appropriate. I don't feel like it's right. Like, if you value somebody, you don't want them to question their role in your life. You don't want them to question why you're not talking to them, and that's all miscommunication or not communicating does. Like, you may feel like, oh, I'm just taking time for myself, because that's what I felt like. Like, when Jonathan passed, I felt like, shit, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, I was replying to people. I felt like I had to reply to, like, oh, I thank you, I appreciate it. Like, okay, you know, I'm sending you prayers, I'm sending you prayers. I was replying to those messages saying thank you, but like, when it came to people being like let's hang out, or let's do something, like, call me, I know you're going through something, it was kind of like, no, because I didn't trust anybody, or I didn't feel safe. That's the perfect word. I didn't feel safe enough with anybody. But the people who, like, did not give a fuck about that shit, like, the people who showed up anyway, it just hit different. To have people be there for you even when you going through something, like, to have people know that you broke and still want to do shit that you don't gotta pay for, you know, make accommodations. Like, they got money, they can't go somewhere cool, but because they know maybe this friend in a group is struggling, like, we gonna go here and do a sip and pay. Like, we gonna bring the wine, everybody bring their paint stuff, like, we gonna have a night or something like that. I don't know, but it's just like, okay, that makes me feel good. Or if you the mommy friend of the group, it's like, we understand that you don't be having no babysitter. Like, you don't gotta go ghost on us. We finna all come kick you. We finna go see her room, or she can come over her house and just have a field day. Now she got 5 aunties in there drunk kicking it, and she is spoiled and running around or something like that. I don't know, but you know, it just be different shit. And it's like, having people there for you, and I'm not even just saying like one specific best friend, or, you know, like, but just having people, like having a significant other go through shit with you, that's of value. Like, you're not just gonna cut them out, because then it's like, why are y'all together if every time one of y'all going through some shit, y'all cut each other out? Like, how is that? So if it's not like that with relationships, why is it like that with friendships? How are they that different other than intimacy? And intimacy is different forms other than sex. You're intimate with your friends. You have deep ass conversations with your friends, drunk nights where it's just like, bitch, this is what I'm going through. That's intimacy. That's love. Like, that's connection. Like, bitch, I'm going through this too. Like, we can get through this. Like, that's connection, and you need that shit. You don't just go crawl in a hole when you're going through some shit. That's how motherfuckers be depressed. That's how motherfuckers get addicted to shit. But I don't know if y'all can hear that, but Kamaya is waking up, and she got allergies. She got a little cold, so she having a hard time breathing. So I'm gonna go ahead and check on her. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below on what y'all thought about the topic. Share this video on all your social medias, and I am out of here, guys.